Welcome back again to another new session of our chapter called Financial Management. So, today, what are we going to be discussing? We completed the meaning of financial management. We completed the financial decision, the dividend decision, and the investment decision. So, moving on to a new topic that is called as financial planning. Most of you in your head it would strike a bell because this particular topic, it's a very easy topic and it is a 4 marker when it comes to your exam. This topic, even without reading it, probably you learn it just once or twice. It is much more easy for you to understand this topic. It really doesn't need a lot of explanation. If I just teach you once or twice, it's more than enough for you to understand. Okay, so I have written here it's an important 4 marker. Most of the examinations they ask either the objectives or the importance of financial planning. So make sure for your exams you're not leaving this topic. Now let me ask you, what do you feel or what do you think is called as financial planning? We have always learned that money which is required for every business organization to start off its business, to manage things. So we've learned the first management function is called as planning. So putting both together, the money which is required to run a business is what is called as business finance. But that same money you need to plan, or you need to understand how are you going to plan, or how are you going to organize it, and how are you going to utilize it. That is what is called as financial planning. So the word planning, you already know, setting of objectives to ensuring that you're able to achieve your objectives, all that comes under management. But when it comes to money, it is not how much you are earning, but how much you are saving, and what is the way you are spending your money, in what are the things that you're investing your money, and are you able to lead a pretty good life. So if you take for example basic human people, our parents, or let's talk about us who is earning salary. So that what do we feel? We understand that this is our salary. Let's say example 10,000 salary. This 10,000 salary, how are you going to plan it? For what are the things that you're going to invest it? How are you going to save it? So basically that's what is called as planning. So in this particular topic you have two topics. One is objectives. You have meaning of financial planning, which is very common in most of the topics. Everywhere meaning is there. The second thing is you have the objectives of financial planning. You just have two objective. It's called as a twin objective of financial planning because it's like twins. Okay, either one, even without one, the other one cannot survive. So that's the reason it's called as twin objective. It's very important for the business organization to function. The third topic is the importance of financial planning, which is a 4 marker, and it is a very easy topic. I will ensure to teach you in a way where it's going to be easy for you. Okay, now what is the meaning of financial planning? It is preparation of financial blueprint. Now let's come back to the example. Let's say you are earning a salary of let's say 50,000. This 50,000, every month you're going to have a diary and you are going to start writing how are you going to spend this 50,000. Are you going to open a savings deposit? Are you going to open a recurring deposit or a fixed deposit? How much are you going to give to your mom or to your dad in the house? What is the gold or the jewelry you want to buy? Do you want to invest in the stock market? All this is what you are preparing, or you are writing it down. So same thing, this writing down or this jotting down of points in books and drawing and thinking, all this is called as financial blueprint. Okay, but in the organization we would say it is called as preparation of financial blueprint. Reason because it will have a lot of these graphs, these pictures, and a lot of analysis would go on what they are going to do for the future, how are things going to go on for the future. So it's nothing but preparation of financial blueprint in the organization. Now, the objective of financial planning is to ensure that enough money is available during the right time. In case there's a sudden loss, in case there's a sudden fire outbreak, what are you doing? You're ensuring that certain profits that you had saved as retained earning, those profits or that money which you're earning, that money you're keeping it aside and you're planning to ensure that it is available for the right time. So that is the reason financial planning is very important. The third one is adequate funds are not available into the firm, it will not be able to honor its commitments and carry out its plan. So what are they saying? Basically, if you do not plan how you're going to use your money, how you're going to save your money, then when you need it, you would not have it. And second thing is, when the commitment what you have made, probably you have made a commitment to the bank telling that by this year end I would close off my loan. So how are you going to close your loan if you're not going to save, or you're not going to plan how you're going to save your money? So all this is the meaning of financial planning, and please learn only the points that is in highlighted. That's more than enough for you to write answer. Now, what's the twin objective of financial planning? The same meaning put together becomes the objective or the goals of financial planning. The first one is it ensures availability of funds whenever it is required. So what are they saying? Let it be day-to-day needs that you want to buy. You need to plan, is it really necessary for me to buy these day-to-day needs? If, like, let's say I want to buy newspaper, or let's say I want to provide tea, coffee or lunch to my employees, whatever day-to-day working capital needs you have, whatever long-term assets you have, your machinery is broken down, you need to replace it. For all this you need your money that should be available. So what are they saying? You should ensure that you're planning how the funds are going to be available when it is required. And the second thing is, you are not supposed to spend your money unnecessarily on various resources. Example, when your new machine is working really well, you don't have to go and buy another extra new machine. Why? Because your old machine is already working excellently well. So in that case, you don't need a new machine. So basic example I'll give you. Most of us, the more clothes we have, we keep buying more and more of clothes. Why is it? What are we doing? We are unnecessarily spending money, which is leading to wastage of resources. Okay, so what is happening in the organization? They are saying we cannot spend in this money unnecessarily on resources like buying of paper for printing. When paper is available easily, what do people do in the organization? They keep taking printouts and xerox for their own purpose, okay, which is really bad. So when you really want to take a printout or a xerox copy, their machine is spoiled. Why? Because you keep using it. What happens to the machine? So then so this is the two important twin objectives. First thing is availability of funds whenever required. The second one is to see that the firm does not raise unnecessary resources. Now, coming back to the importance of financial planning, it helps in forecasting what we would do is we would only concentrate on the blue terminologies, because that is what is going to help you write this particular 4-marker. So I'm marking it here, important for a 4-marker. Please ensure you are going to learn this answer, because most of the exams this answer is being asked. If they don't ask this, they ask the twin objective for a 2-marker. So please ensure you're learning this answer. The first one is it helps in forecasting what may happen in the future. So what are you doing? You are forecasting, let's say your salary is 20,000 or 30,000. You want to buy gold, probably want to get married. So when you are going to get married in the future, you will definitely need gold. Probably you don't have a house. You feel that, okay, let me start in saving money so that later I can buy a house. So what are you doing? You are thinking about the future. And what are you doing? You are getting yourself ready to be prepared to face the future, because we don't know what is the risk that is going to happen in the future. So same thing in the business organization also. Money is kept aside. Reason because we do not know what losses would incur in the future. So to save ourselves from all those losses, money should be kept in handy, or the organization should be well prepared. The second one is it helps in avoiding business shocks and surprises. Now what is happening? Imagine the organization is undergoing a loss. If the business organization is undergoing a loss, all this is sudden shocks and surprises for the business organization. No organization would have thought this pandemic would have come, or COVID would actually thrash the Indian markets and all the stock markets abroad. So what is this? All these are business shocks. So what are they saying? If you plan really well with your money that is in the company, you can prepare yourself well in advance for facing your future. You should not be worried about the future, or you cannot get anxious about the future. So the third one is it coordinates various business functions. How is it coordinating various business functions? Because when you are planning your money, you're planning how much the finance department has to use. You're planning how much the sales department should use, or how much the sales department should save. You're planning how much the production department should use, or how much it should save. So what are you doing? You're putting clear cut policies for each and every department in your organization, how much they should spend, how much they should save, how much profits they should gain. So what is happening? You are coordinating, you're bringing together various business functions. That is not only planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling, but as well all the departments also. You are bringing them together to ensure that they can work together. The fourth one is detailed plans of actions prepared under financial planning. Now, when you are planning your money really well in the organization, what happens? It reduces the wastage of resources, duplication of work, that is among employees, and the gaps in planning. Why? Because you know for the finance department 30,000 should be spent. I'm just giving you rough figures, that's small figures, so that your brain can accept it. I don't want to go in like 1 crore or half a crore or half a million, because it would become too complicated to accept. So you know that the finance department this week or this month require 30,000. You know the sales department require 40,000, because the activities what they are doing is little more higher than the finance department. You know that the production department require 1 lakh every month. Why? Because they are the ones who are buying the raw materials, manufacturing things, and then giving it over to the sales department. So what is happening? You are reducing the wastage and duplication of efforts. Why? Because you are preparing, your plans are perfect, you have already put into action telling which department wants how much money. So there's nowhere wastage or duplication of work that is going to be taking place if you are planning your money really well. The fifth one is it tries to link the present with the future. You may think why these colors are different here. Now see, link is a word which is common in the fifth point and in the sixth point. Okay, link is nothing but it is bringing together the present and the future. So that is the reason I told you only learn small terminologies. It's more than enough for you to paraphrase your answer or write your answer for a 4-marker. Now what is happening? In the present, I am thinking that now I am affected with this COVID. My business is going low. But can I just sit like that telling my business is going low? No. I would think for the future which business would pick up, which business, probably medical industry or pharmaceutical industry. Okay, let me think how I can actually open a medical industry or pharmaceutical industry, or what else can I actually do. So what am I doing? I am this money which I'm having, I am helping myself to think of my present and as well plan for my future, so that I'm not affected with this current situation of COVID or this current losses which is happening in my organization. Why? Because with the money I have already as saving, I will always think about the future, and that is what financial planning helps in the organization. The next one, it provides a link between investment and financing decisions. You know, investment decisions is nothing but the organization is investing in either long-term or in short-term, long-term assets or short-term assets. Financing decision is nothing but you want to borrow money. You're either borrowing the money from your debt financing or through other sources also, or through your stock markets. So what is it? This is helping you. Financial planning is giving you a platform by telling you this is your capital, 1 crore of capital. This is how much you need to take from the debtors if you want to start off by doing this particular business, because we don't have money. We have invested here, we have invested there. So what is happening? It is bringing a link between where you have invested money and where you have borrowed money. So you know, if you are putting a plan properly, you know where you have invested, where you will get returns. You know where you have borrowed, where you have to pay off your money. So what is helping you? Again, financial planning is what is helping you. And the last point is it helps you to provide the detailed objectives, or it helps you to analyze and set detailed goals, so that various departments and various business segments, you will not have just one business. You may have several products that you're manufacturing, or several consultancy services that you are providing. So what is happening, if you plan really well in your business, it helps you to understand the detailed objectives of every business segment or every business unit, so that you can be able to achieve the actual performance much more easier. Why? Because you are telling the employees this is what is expected for you. You have made a thorough checkup of what the employees have to do, because you have detailedly studied it, as well as you have planned really well. So based on that, you will be able to achieve your actual performance very easily. So I hope this topic is very simple for you. It is a easy 4 marker, and the objectives would come for a 2 marker. Please check your mind map, which I have already mentioned in the financial management introduction topic. Please check on that. It would give you a heads on what is important in all your entire chapter called financial management. Okay, so I hope you don't have any doubts. Even if you have any doubts, please send me a message in the comment box, or contact me. I would be able to assist you. Okay, so any doubts and any confusions you have, please let me know. And the next topic, which would be starting in a new session, would be capital structure and the factors affecting capital structure. So please like, and please ensure that you are subscribing also, so that it's easy for you to learn. Thank you so much.